of the Sunday worship day to have childcare for is for the parents who have the kids most unlikely to understand the message, and the parents most likely to miss the message if they are with their kids. And so for us, that is the babies. And we have a baby explosion at our church. And so therefore, by making that decision, it's like we know, like insurance policies are very particular about, I think our insurance policy is one caregiver for every 2 children of that young, the infant category. And so that eats up a lot of volunteers. And I think we have like maybe 60% of our church volunteers in children's ministry, not every Sunday, but, over the whole program. And so because of that, we've had to, we just don't have as many volunteers as we need to do everything we would like to do with other kids. And you won't believe this, but we actually have now cut out Sunday school in order to provide for enough volunteers for those little kids, the infants, in our 2 worship services. And we still have Praise Factory, which takes place during that hour-long sermon. So it's not like our older kids aren't getting any teaching. But we just came to that decision back in November. It's like, and by we, I mean the elders said, we think to care well for our congregation, we need to come back. We're finite. And it's not been fun. We've not all liked it. That's for sure. We missed the Sunday school opportunity, but it's shepherding the whole flock. And you can only have that if you have good pastoral oversight. Yeah. And the other thing just related to this is they actually limit how often teachers can teach. So we have I think we have 3 different kinds of programs. So depending on which program, the elders have set up, say, you can only volunteer once a month in this one, or another program, it's kind of like runs month by month cycles. So say you can volunteer 2 months a year, but not 2 consecutive months, because we want, and those are the programs that are like Praise Factory that are during the sermon time, because like we want you in there, and we find that helps some teachers or some people be willing to teach, because they know they're not going to be strapped to a class forever, and then they're never going to hear a sermon. And we find that it helps others who would love to stay in their classroom and not be in the service to actually get in and hear the word themselves.
Praise the Lord. That's awesome.
It's revolutionary in our church anyway.
Yeah. Well, and I think that is so clear that you guys value shepherding the congregation across the board in that way, more than just what might be seen in popular circles to be expedient, and I think that is so important.
This concludes part 1 of a 2-part interview with Connie Dever. We hope that you'll come back next week as we release the second part of this conversation. In the meantime, if you found this episode helpful, please share it on social media, like it, repost it, or just tell someone about it by word of mouth, because that helps to further that conversation about how theology is so important in the ministry to family and children. As far as social media goes, you can reach out to us on Twitter. Tony is at Anthony Trusoni, and I'm at Ben Palaz. We'd love to get feedback, to hear what's helpful, what's not, questions or ideas for future episodes. So please reach out. Until next time, God bless you.